We live in this beautiful world, known for its natural wonders, landscapes, mountains, massive glaciers, and many other things. In this video we will see the most beautiful natural wonders of the world. If you are fond of traveling, then this video is for you. Here's the look at beautiful natural wonders of the world wonders. Number 15. Grand Canyon, Arizona. The Grand Canyon runs 277 miles long, up to 6,000 feet deep, and 18 miles wide. It's the longest canyon in the world. Grand Canyon is considered one of the finest examples of arid land erosion in the world. One of the world's natural wonders, carved by the copper-colored Colorado River, the colorful rock layers record billions of years of history and hide many unique species. Grand Canyon is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. The Grand Canyon's massive and colorful landscape provides breathtaking views that can't be found anywhere else in the world. Number 14. The Alps Mountains, Europe. The Alps are the highest and most extensive mountain range system that lies entirely in Europe, stretching approximately 1,200 kilometers, approximately 750 miles. Located in Central Europe, the Alps stretch across the countries of France, Italy, Germany, Austria, Slovenia, Switzerland, and Liechtenstein. As with nearby mountain chains, the Alps are the youngest mountain range in Europe, having formed approximately 65 million years ago. The highest peak in the Alps, such as Mont Blanc and the Matterhorn. Mont Blanc spans the French-Italian border, and at 4,809 meters, 15,778 feet, is the highest mountain in the Alps. It is probably one of the most popular tourist destinations in Europe. Number 13. The Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland. The Giant's Causeway lies at the foot of the basalt cliffs along the seacoast on the edge of the Antrim Plateau in Northern Ireland. Its scenic beauty and the Giant's Causeway is its unique jewel in the crown, known to the Irish as the 8th wonder of the world. It's about 3 miles, 5 kilometers, northeast of the town of Bushmills. The Giant's Causeway was named the 4th greatest natural wonder in the United Kingdom. The tops of the columns form stepping stones that lead from the cliff foot and disappear under the sea. Number 12. Mount Fuji, Japan. Mount Fuji, located on the island of Honshu, is the highest mountain in Japan, standing 3,776.24 meters, 12,389.2 feet. It is the 2nd highest volcano located on an island in Asia and 7th highest peak of an island on Earth. Mount Fuji is a composite cone, or stratovolcano. Composite cones, formed by violent eruptions. This is a volcano is the highest one in the country. It is the icon of the country because of the perfect shape and the symmetrical form. Mount Fuji impresses with the contrast of the Blue Mountain Range's peak being covered in white snow. Number 11. The Sahara Desert, Africa. The Sahara Desert is the world's largest hot desert and the 3rd largest desert behind Antarctica and the Arctic. Located in North Africa, it covers large sections of the continent covering 9,200,000 square kilometers. Sahara is made up of barren, rocky plateaus, as well as salt flats, sand dunes, mountains and dry valleys. There are over 20 lakes in the Sahara, most of which are saltwater lakes. Lake Chad is the only freshwater lake in the desert. The Sahara is dominated by 2 climatic regimes. a dry subtropical climate in the north and a dry tropical climate in the south. The dry subtropical climate is characterized by unusually high annual and diurnal temperature ranges, cold to cool winters and hot summers. Number 10. Mount Everest, Nepal. Mount Everest is the highest of the Himalayan mountains, and at 8,849 meters (29,032 feet) is considered the highest point on Earth. Mount Everest is a peak in the Himalaya mountain range. It is located between Nepal and Tibet, is Earth's highest mountain above sea level. Mount Everest attracts many climbers, including highly experienced mountaineers. There are two main climbing routes, one approaching the summit from the southeast in Nepal and the other from the north in Tibet. Number 9. The Dead Sea, Western Asia. The Dead Sea is a large lake that borders Israel, Jordan, and the West Bank. It has the lowest land elevation on Earth, sitting 422 meters, 1,385 feet below sea level. The Dead Sea, also called the Salt Sea, it is the lowest point on Earth. Before the water level began dropping, the lake was some 50 miles, 80 kilometers, long, attained a maximum width of 11 miles, 18 kilometers, and had a surface area of about 394 square miles, 1,020 square km. The high salt and mineral content of the Dead Sea mean that this body of water has powerful healing properties. Tourists come from around the world to float in the water. Number 8. The Great Barrier Reef, Australia. The Great Barrier Reef is a site of remarkable variety and beauty on the northeast coast of Australia. It contains the world's largest collection of coral reefs, with 400 types of coral, 1,500 species of fish and 4,000 types of mollusk. One of the world's most incredible natural phenomena, the Great Barrier Reef is a diverse marine wonderland and the largest living structure on Earth. Comprising beautiful coral reefs, unspoiled islands and sandy corals cays, it provides protective homes for thousands of sea creatures. The reef's top creature spots are clownfish, sharks, manta rays, Maori wrasse, potato cods, giant clams, turtles and whales. The reef is located off the coast of Queensland, Australia, in the Coral Sea. Number 7. Uluru, Northern Territory, Australia. Uluru Northern Territory is a large sandstone formation in the southern part of the Northern Territory in Australia. Rounded red sandstone monolith 9.4 kilometers in circumference rising to over 340 meters above the plain. The rock is made of sandstone infused with minerals like feldspar arkosich sandstone that reflect the red light of sunrise and sunset, making it appear to glow. The rock gets its rust color from oxidation. Uluru is one of Australia's most recognizable natural landmarks and has been a popular destination for tourists since the late 1930s. It is also one of the most important indigenous sites in Australia. Number 6. The Northern Lights, Iceland. The Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis, appear in a clear night sky as swirling rivers of greenish-blue light. They move and dance unpredictably, sometimes barely perceptible. Is it a vivid demonstration of the Earth's magnetic field interacting with charged particles from the Sun? When the solar wind hits millions of oxygen atoms in the Earth's atmosphere at the same time. It's also beautiful, and worth braving a cold night out when visiting the high northern or southern latitudes. The Northern Lights have become a sensation for tourists traveling in the Northern Hemisphere. Some of the most popular places to see Northern Lights are in Canada's far north, Alaska, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. Number 5. Cliffs of Moher, Ireland. The Cliffs of Moher are located at the southwestern edge of the Barron region in County Clare, Ireland. They rise 120 meters, 390 feet, above the Atlantic Ocean at Hag's Head and reach their maximum height of 214 meters, 702 feet. Just north of O'Brien's Tower, 8 kilometers to the north. The cliffs have been carved by time, weather and ocean into fantastic shapes and formations. It is home to a wide array of flora and fauna. The cliffs boast one of Ireland's most spectacular views. On a clear day, the Aran Islands are visible in Galway Bay. The rocks that make up the cliffs of Moher were formed over 300 million years ago during the Upper Carboniferous period. Number 4. Icebergs, Greenland. Icebergs of the Antarctic calve from floating ice shelves and are a magnificent sight, forming huge, flat, tabular structures. Icebergs are pieces of ice that formed on land and float in an ocean or lake. Icebergs come in all shapes and sizes. Icebergs are large chunks of ice that break off from glaciers. The largest glaciers are continental ice sheets or ice caps, enormous masses greater than 50,000 square kilometers, 12 million acres of ice found only in Antarctica and Greenland. These sheets contain vast quantities of fresh water. Icebergs float in the ocean, but are made of frozen freshwater, not saltwater. Most icebergs in the northern hemisphere break off from glaciers in Greenland. Number 3. Niagara Falls, Canada. Niagara Falls, Ontario, is a Canadian city at the famous waterfalls of the same name, linked with the U.S. by the Rainbow Bridge. Niagara Falls consists of 2 waterfalls on the Niagara River, which marks the border between New York and Ontario, Canada. The American Falls, located on the American side of the border, and the Canadian or Horseshoe Falls located on the Canadian side. The tourist area near the falls includes observation towers, high-rise hotels, souvenir shops, museums, indoor water parks, casinos and theaters. The Niagara River flows over Niagara Falls at this location, creating a natural spectacle which attracts millions of tourists each year. Number 2. Ha Long Bay, Vietnam. Ha Long Bay is a beautiful natural wonder in northern Vietnam near the Chinese border. Ha Long Bay is famous for its limestone karsts and almost 2,000 islands and islets that dot the turquoise green waters. The natural scenic features, geomorphology, landform values and cultural heritage along with key features such as islands, caves and grottos remain intact, and the property retains a high level of naturalness despite the long history of human use in the area. Ha Long Bay has officially become one of the world's new 7 wonders of nature. Number 1. Iguazu Falls, Argentina. The Iguazu Falls stretch in width for 2.7 kilometers or 1.7 miles. This makes the Iguazu Falls taller than Niagara Falls and twice as wide. A large proportion of the water is thrust down Devil's Throat. Situated on the border of the Brazilian state, Paraná, and the Argentine province of Misiones, Iguazu Falls spans 1.7 miles, 2.7 kilometers, in width, and features 275 individual waterfalls, with heights ranging from 196 to 270 feet, 60 to 82 meters. With more than 275 falls, the Iguazu are the most majestic of waterfalls. The most scenic one is the curved cataract christened the Devil's Throat, that has 14 falls that drop to a height of 350 feet,